Are you his grandmother?
Yes, I'm his grandmother.
Have you been with him all morning?
All morning. I've been with him for 3 days.
How are his lungs sounding, Jeremy?
Very intense pulse and rapid, shallow breaths.
He's starting to seize.
We have a patient who is seizing right now. Heart rate is 137 and O2 is dropping. It's down to 87 right now.
You're okay. We're almost done.
The Learning Lab is a simulated environment. It's staged to allow the students to practice their clinical skills in an environment that's much like the hospital or like a clinic.
I designed the situations to be as realistic as possible. And we're amazed at how many times we don't have failure. We always expect that they're not going to pick up on, subtle cues that we send them. But, this group of students who had never met before functioned as a team their first day, and it was quite amazing.
Fidelity speaks to how true the situation is, or how true a mannequin is. How lifelike is it?
I think the interprofessional simulation actually increases the fidelity. It doesn't increase it by putting, extra, plastic there. It increases it by recreating what the students are actually going to see, which is a respiratory therapist is going to come in when you call for a rapid response or a code blue. A pharmacist is going to be there to assist you in giving medications, and nursing is going to be there working side by side. That's fidelity. I was really impressed by the fact that you got what you needed to get done.
Being in those situations helps build their confidence. And even though they are concerned about people watching them, they still realize that it's an excellent learning situation.
So I think you kind of go from learning stuff in a book, then you come to the sim lab, and even then it's still kind of, you have a little bit of a shock factor, like, oh my goodness, I really need to do these procedures that I've been learning about.
In every simulation, we kind of team together and say, all right, plan of attack, and not knowing that the baby's going to seize, or going into simulation not knowing what exactly is going to happen, you still go in with the plan of, we need to introduce ourselves, we need to assess this infant, and then go from there with what happens.
We have brought in the School of Health Professions. We've worked alongside people from physical therapy. We've also worked alongside people from respiratory therapy.
Putting nursing and medicine together has been, very rewarding. But then adding pharmacy and respiratory therapy has been even better. It just makes the whole situation richer.
And just communication with parents, and just, for myself, thinking of things that I need to review or go over or work on. And
I think it's important that when students sit down with us in the debriefing, that we're able to point out both sides. These are things that we loved what you did, and here are some things that need some improvement.
What do you think about giving Kara oral Tylenol? Because Grandma kind of said she's not acting normal. She was crying. And a lot of times things that I think might actually need to be changed, I change my mind when I hear what the student was thinking. I think that the University of Kansas Medical Center is a rising star. I think that we have put together the beginnings of an incredible interprofessional education center. This has been guided by, deans on almost every professional school there is. Where we lack that ability to be a national leader is the fact that we're still operating somewhat separately. And we have dreams. We have the idea that someday we would have a simulation center that showed no barriers. It wasn't in the School of Nursing, it wasn't in the School of Medicine, it was combined. And that we would invite anyone on any campus.
If we had a true simulation center, then the space would be set up, the cameras would be there, the digital recording would be done with the push of the button. We wouldn't have to put everything away at the end of the night and bring it out and set it up again the next day. So we could save a lot of energy and time, and we would be much more efficient if we were operating in a true simulation lab.
Having done so many, you gain the confidence in your team members that you've got this and you know what to do, and things are going to work out.